I want to first thank everyone who for their kind responses and DMs and private messages. I definitely appreciate you. Um, your responses to "What's a Mom to Do" to my "What's a Mom to Do" post was truly appreciated. I'm fully aware that I'm not unique. As a parent of a special needs individual who happens to be an adult, I'm not the only one who is looking at assisting their young person with gravitationally or moving to the next stage of their life. I know this, right? Uh, I also know that um, there's nothing about this process that I should have some great expectation of seamlessness, right? Or perfection. Because I really don't. I don't expect perfect. I don't feel entitled to perfect, right? What had me feeling, though, melancholy, and I think that what has led me to the position of strengthening my resolve in this matter um, is that when my young man was a minor and within the traditional school environment, we spent an inordinate amount of time, I and members of his IEP team, crafting, next steps and looking at transitional plans. I think that began like when he was 14, because we really wanted things to be in place and for it to be a strong thing as he moved into adulthood. Um, I don't know about any other parent, but I've just found that the connection, the bridge from, that transitional plan or planning to present day or to adulthood movement into, proper into DDD services, um, just didn't happen uh, in the way that I could have hoped. I would have hoped, right? Again, I'm not talking about perfect, um, but I am talking about what I think feels like an attitude of normalcy and acceptance in and around um, the individuals who provide the services to our young people. It's almost like folks feel like you should be so grateful that, you know, the standard is like truly like low, surprisingly low in my mind, right? I am committed to working with organizations. I'm committed to working with DDD, providing feedback, all those good things. But I can't be the parent that is looking out for the best interests of my young man if I am so busy providing safe spaces to others, in that I don't want to say I shouldn't say their names. I shouldn't make them feel bad. I shouldn't call them to account for services that they render. I can't be that person, right? That I'm going to provide that safe space for these individuals to the exclusion of the needs of my person, of my young man, and those who are similarly situated. And I feel like that's what's happening. And I think that for me, that was a huge part of the melancholy. This feeling of like, where are we going with this? What's happening? Where do we go from here? And honestly, I'm not too sure. I just know that um, a safe space shouldn't be um, a space that where people ask you to be silent and quiet about those things that are not right, those things that don't fly under the radar, but certainly go against our sense of values. And that if our value system denotes something lesser in value or lesser in intensity or a lesser in standards and quality for individuals of disabilities, then it means that we need to spend some time really examining that stance in that position. And that's where I'm at. That's where my resolve comes in. I refuse. I absolutely refuse to believe that that's where I have to leave and that's what I have to teach myself, and certainly not my young man, to expect as he moves forward into his life. No. Mm-mm. No.